Bresnan, guys, it's 5:30s. Superman Glowski, 10:32. Okay, I know you record everything, and that's fine. We're also recording audio and video, okay? So this is the deal. We'll let you give your side of the story.
Okay.
All right, so.
Months upon months of stalking, harassment.
Okay, we'll talk about today. What happened
today?
today? What's today?
Kathleen came by after she vandalized my camper. Approximately it was July 15th, 2019.
What happened today?
Today, she came by again. I told her, stay away from the house, stay away from here, stop coming by here. She started screaming, public road, public road. I said, if this is all over a road, this needs to stop. Then she ended up on my property. I got my vehicle, made me feel safer. I was gonna go in the other direction. Then she turned around and started coming towards me. So I flipped the car around. I just kept telling her at that point, leave. I was screaming, leave, get out of here. Another neighbor came out, and at that first she was on, now she's started stepping onto my property, and I said, get off my property, get off my property. The other neighbor came out, then she started finally walking in the other direction. I'm going behind her with my car to make sure she's leaving. And he came out.
From where?
From my property.
Which is?
15th season.
Okay, but what property are you talking about? Physical property?
She was on the property at that point, okay? She had been off the road.
But at first, when you were telling her to get off your property, where was that?
When she was on the property.
Before you got in your car?
I just told her, get out of here. Stop stalking me. Stop coming here. Like, you vandalized my camper. What are you coming back to do more damage? Like, get out of here. At that point, the neighbor heard me screaming. He comes out of the house. Then finally, she started walking that way towards his house, and now she's on his grass, and I'm screaming, get off his property. Like, this is out of control. Like, just stop coming here.
Now, what, were you in the car at that point?
Yeah.
And how close were you to her?
I don't know. A couple feet.
A couple feet. Okay. And did he yell at her to get off the property?
I don't know. I don't know what he yelled. I have no idea.
Yeah, he didn't yell anything.
I don't know.
He didn't care. And she was on his property because she was scared that you were going to hit her with the car.
I wouldn't hit her with the car.
She was more concerned about her dog.
And that's another thing. I do animal rescue. I would not hit an animal.
Okay. What about a human? No. Just drive extremely close to him down a roadway, which is a public roadway.
The whole point here is to get her to leave. Okay? Not to hit her with my car. Nothing. She needs to stop coming to my house. Okay? She needs to stop coming there. She needs to stop vandalizing things. She needs to stop screaming things, causing problems. This has been going on for years upon years upon years. I've been in and out of the courts trying to get restraining orders. They're trying to make up all this crazy stuff about me. I don't go to their home, okay? I don't do anything. I mind my business. I literally went to the store today because this is what I'm dealing with. Hundreds upon hundreds of dollars of surveillance. Look, I just had to go again because I cannot physically watch all the surveillance to copy it, to deliver it to the police officers. I'm trying to get it so I can lay down. I'm wiring everything so I can lay down in bed to get all the footage so I can record it. There's so much at this point. It's like every day there's something else happening. Huh?
Of what?
Of stalking, of vandalism now, of just everything. It's getting out of control that I literally, this is how I spend my life. How I spend my life while I'm healing, laying in bed and having to record everything and copy things and turn them over to the police, and all the police ever say, well, get us the footage. Do you know how physically impossible that is for me to sit there and watch months or weeks or hours upon hours and comb through footage? I mean, you guys are police officers.
Daily.
It does happen daily.
So you wouldn't have to comb through hours. I mean,
no, I do have to comb through hours, especially when things happen and I'm not there. I have to figure out what time. I have to go through days upon days of watching footage to figure out when it happens. This is like, it's getting out of hand. Easy to solve this problem. She just stays away from the house. She tried to file a restraining order on me saying I was the dangerous person. Meanwhile, they were the one trying to hit me head on with their car, screaming things at me.
When did that happen?
This has been going on since 2015, 16.
They've been chasing you with their cars?
We have to pass each other on Latham Drive. I'm trying to turn onto Susan. Every time she was passing me, she was screaming things out the window at me. Unknown to me, she was calling the police and saying, I have my child. She's not even her child. It's her daughter's child. She has custody. Yep. screaming, saying, she calls the police saying, I had a child in the car trying to get me in trouble for endangerment of the child. I didn't even do anything. So finally, I didn't even know. She filed a restraining order on me. I had no idea. Her granddaughter passed the house the next day. I didn't get the paperwork till 3 days after that. So the day after they filed the restraining order on me, why are they coming to the house? Why are they passing the house? Why are they anywhere near it?
Well, I just want to let you know, I understand you live in a private area, but just so you know, they're all allowed to travel on Susan and Lee. Every single
I got
person
what you're
in
saying,
that.
and this
Right.
constantly comes up. Ready?
Okay. Yep.
But I don't care if it's a public paved road. This main street, if you're utilizing the street for stalking purposes and harassment purposes, no, you're not allowed on it. Okay?
Says who?
This is what they're stalking.
Okay,
They're
says who?
stalking.
Stalking and to who?
What do you mean to who? Me. They're stalking me.
How are they stalking you?
What do you mean, how are they stalking me? They come by every day at the same time. And this only happened since the day we got out of court. Do you understand? She's had that dog for years, okay? I can prove that. It's been on her Facebook page.
No, that dog is 10 months old, so that's not true.
So it's a different dog?
Yeah.
Are you sure that dog's 10 months old?
Yes.
I don't believe it. What happened to her other dog?
She had 2 pugs that died, yes.
No, this wasn't a pug. This is a different dog.
Well, this dog is 10 months old.
Well, regardless of fact, she's had a dog for however. She didn't start this whole routine of stalking me until the day we got out of court because they wouldn't grant either one of us a restraining order at that point. Because I'm bedridden, okay? Especially in the winter. It's 10 times harder for me to get out of bed. This was in the winter. It was February. She went down to the courthouse. At that point, I had already been down to Norwich. I want to say in June, when I'm a little bit better to get out of bed. They gave me the wrong information. This is June of the previous year before she even filed on me. I tried to get a restraining order on them. They gave me the wrong information. I was down at Norwich Court. I even got one on somebody else at the same exact time. However, they told me because they're not family and they didn't technically live with me recently, I couldn't get one there. They didn't tell me that I had to go to New London Court. So when I got the papers served to me from New London Court, then I was like, oh, okay, I was supposed to go to New London. So I go down to New London. I'm like, what is going on? I've been trying to get a restraining order on this family for months now. They said, well, where'd you go? I said, Norwich. They said, no, they should have directed you here. So this has been going on. This is constant. This is non-stop. And today, what is she screaming? Public road. Is this really all over a road? Like, how crazy are you? They vandalized my
road belongs to the public.
They vandalized my camper July 15th. What, over a road? Over a road? That's your excuse?
No, I think it's, I think the issue is that people walk on Susan and Lee, and you are actually the one harassing them.
No, the problem is I don't harass everybody. I harass the family that left death threats on my answering machine. That was Jelaine, okay? That was trying to hit me head on with their car, screaming things at me on a public road, which was Latham, paved and everything, okay? So what was her reasoning for that?
When was that?
This has been going on since 2015. It happened for almost a year and a half
How long
straight.
have you lived there?
My whole life. Okay, my whole life. That's what I'm saying. There's a long history with this family.
You lived in that house?
Her mother used to torment us as children. She used to babysit
That's not
me.
the story I heard. I
Oh.
heard you just moved in.
Oh, well. Who'd you hear
I've
that
never
from?
heard you from the people that lived in the community their whole lives.
Who'd you hear that from? That's hysterical. That's because people don't know me and it's not their business to know me. They don't need to know me. I don't need to be friendly. I don't need to talk to anybody.
So these issues just all of a sudden you started going forward?
No, this is years upon years upon years upon years. It's like I can't come back here without being, I'm trying to fix up the house and all I'm dealing with is dealing with harassment, trying to hit me head on with their car. The death threats were prior when her daughter lived with me in another state. Her daughter left her mother's house because her mother is abusive. Her mother's been abusive for years. So she moved out to New York with me. The intent was for her to get jobs, save money,
Yep.
and come back and take her daughter. And her daughter was only left in temporary custody. It wasn't even legalized. It was just, hey, Mom, I'm going to live with Danielle in New York for the summer to make money. And she was supposed to save her money, come back here, get an apartment, and take her daughter back. Her mother tricked her into signing custody over in this process. There's a long history here. That's what I'm trying to explain. I'm not doing anything. I'm not the one going to their house. I'm not the one stalking them.
They're not going to the house either. They're utilizing the public roadway.
She was on leave today, just walking by.
After she just vandalized my camper.
When did she vandalize it today?
No.
July 15th.
Okay.
for sure that day, okay, because I was
Today
present.
is August
Now I'm still
12th.
combing through surveillance video. For now, my camper was vandalized again. Why does she keep coming back? For what reason? Just go walk your dog on Latham. Avoid the issue.
What if she wants to walk on Lake? Does she have the right?
What? No, she really doesn't.
Oh,
She really
So
doesn't.
you're saying,
No,
so you're
she
saying,
really doesn't.
So you're saying you're not allowed on anything besides Latham and Susan. You personally, because.
No, that's
because
not
of
true. See,
Well,
the
what roads
the
are you
roads,
allowed on?
the road. Hold on. See, you guys are okay. Listen,
No, I'm
please,
confused because
please,
you're telling other
please.
people they're only
I'm-
allowed to be on Latham.
You're acting very condescending to me, and you have to understand. I've been going through this for years. Okay, I've lived my life in hiding. I can't
why have you been
associate with people. Are you serious?
Yeah. Why are you?
Do you see what I look like?
Why are you in hiding though?
Do you know how many people have tried to kill me? I really don't need this condescending tone when I'm trying to get help here, okay? I'm trying to get help.
We're trying to understand because it just doesn't make sense to us.
And everybody keeps saying public roads, public roads. Where is this public? They're not town-owned. They are private roads. They're supposed to be utilized by the people who live in the neighborhood so they can get on and off their property. Okay, granted, you want to take a jog down the road, but if you're stalking and vandalizing people's property and you're now jogging back and forth, what are you looking to do, more damage?
I don't know.
Well, put yourself in my shoes, okay? Somebody comes and vandalizes something on your property. You see the people coming back again.
See, hold up. I'm trying to-
Are you going to feel comfortable with them passing your
I'll
house
tell you
every
what
day?
I would do is I would absolutely not. I would not follow people with my car inches from them, screaming things like "I'll kill you."
What? I said that?
You did.
No, I didn't.
You did.
No, I didn't.
And we have the proof, so
Please prove it.
We
I
have
don't
a
have to
video.
show it to you.
Oh.
I've already seen it.
You don't okay, listen, I don't know where you're fabricating this, but that's not true.
That's fine. So this is the deal, Danielle, and we're gonna try to do this as calmly as possible. You're gonna be placed under arrest.
For what?
At minimum, breach of peace. Okay, so that's
Breach
number
of
one.
peace for people coming to my home and me
Nope.
telling them get off my property.
Nope.
That's
For
not
you-
breach of
for
peace.
For you following someone that close in a car and multiple people calling
Making
about
sure
it,
somebody gets off of my property and stays away from me.
that's fine. That's fine.
I am
Danielle.
handicapped.
Okay. and
Okay?
we will make sure to
I am
try to help
handicapped.
you out, but at the same time, you cannot do that. So you're being placed under arrest,
I didn't do anything wrong.
and that's you can absolutely.
I asked
argue
you when
that.
I got out of the car, am I being placed under arrest? Why do
And
you want me
weren't,
out of the
'cause
car?
we were trying to hear
it's
your
hard.
story.
But you have nothing, there's no reason. And
And
breach of peace is a ticket, it's not an arrest.
No, actually
okay.
it is.
Okay.
Do you know the statute?
Yeah, I do.
What is it?
I don't know the code number. So you have nothing to place me under arrest for.
You're being placed under arrest
For
breach
what?
of peace.
You can't be placed under arrest for breach of peace.
I did
It is
last
the ticket.
week, so why not?
It is the ticket.
No.
It's a ticket.
And whose peace did I breach?
I'll give you a guess. If you had to guess at all, who's
She's on my property.
we have
Yes.
video.
Of what? I have
We
video
We
too.
have video. We
I have video
witness
too.
statements.
Yeah, okay.
So again,
What do you want to put in the car right now?
What are you arresting me
We
for?
already told you,
Breach
breach
of
of peace. It's that simple.
Breach of peace.